Ranking the best middle linebackers in Madden 24. And we are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at middle linebacker. Now, right before we do go on ahead and get into the new cards, we have to re-rank the old tier list. Now, first and foremost, we do have a team captain update, so we'll look at that card first. But second off, the regular tier list right here, this is what I'm thinking happens, okay? So I do think everyone's going to come down a singular tier for the most part. We're going to go ahead and drop down everyone like this. Now, S tier right here, this is where it gets tough. I think Tremaine Edmonds for me is still locked in because he can get lurk artist, mid-zone, and secure tackler for 1 AP. Love that stack on him. I think he is still a great linebacker in the game. Now, I don't really think he's a user anymore. I think he's just an all-out great coverage player. Now, Rob Gronkowski, I do think is an A-tier player now. Still really good user still, but again, no like discounted mid-zone on him on top of that. But the hard one is Chuck Howley. We talk about Chuck Howley, okay? I value mid-zone over flat zone, so he gets flat zone for 1, lurk artist for 0. He does get universal coverage for an X factor. That's what's tough right now. With the universal, I'd say he's an S-tier middle linebacker. Do I think he is a top 3 X factor player on defense that I'd recommend running? For me, I like Jair Brown more if you have a lighted up token on him for the present card. And also with all the discounted zone KOs we have, you can then just put it on the pass rushers. So for me right now, I'm going to put him A tier. I might move him up at the end of the video. If your reasoning for Chuck Howley being S tier is universal, I get it 100%. I totally get that. Right now, I'm going to have him A tier just because, again, don't think that he's like a top 3 X factor player. Now, like I said, we get a team captain update right here. Dolphins great Channing Crowder with 94 speed, 93 acceleration. The zone's good. The man still kind of gets all 32 team chems, so could potentially be up to 97 speed on a full 50 out of 50 theme team with all the other team captains in your lineup. But here's the thing, okay? Does not get lurk artist for 0 AP. The team captains just really aren't great still. That it's just not good value. I would probably put him in the D tier still. Divine Diablo just really isn't that great of a card. Just no 0 AP lurk artist. I don't mind him being here, man. I really don't think he's more D tier than anything. And after that, we get another Dolphins gray right here, a Landon Roberts with only 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He's 6 foot, 93 weekly wild card. Not great zone, not great man either. So he really doesn't do anything good on the football field and no discounted lurk artist. This is for sure an F tier card. After that, though, we do get Fred Taylor out of position middle linebacker, 6'1", 92 speed, 93 acceleration. The man and the zone are great, but here's the thing again. They just did these cards, the Ultimate Legend out of positions. These were some of my favorite cards last year because they did get discounted abilities. Now they don't. So no lurk artist for 0 on him. Fred Taylor for me is also going to go ahead and be in this F tier. Now we get Zaire Franklin though at middle linebacker. Only 88 speed is rough. 91 acceleration. He's 6 foot, but he's a pass rusher. Like he's more of a like an outside linebacker, defensive end type of role with that 93 power moves. Good block shed, good impact blocking. Really no like man or zone either. For his abilities though, however, these cards can get discounts. He can get mid zone KO for 1. No outsiders under pressure. It's still not good. No 0 AP lurk artist. I don't know. I'm probably still going to put him F as well. Just he's kind of like Shaq Leonard in the sense that you would use them the same way. Like he's more of a defensive end than anything. And we also get Azeez Al-Shaair with 93 speed, 93 acceleration. This time, not really too much of a pass rusher, but good block shed. This time, decent zone coverage. Hits the threshold on all Madden. For all pro, you would want 90. And this time for his abilities, once again, gets no discounts. Azeez Al-Shaair is going to go ahead and be in this F tier as well. This right here is an instance of the Ultimate Legend out of position cards. Again, no discounted abilities, but if this card got just a 0 AP lurk artist, he would be so godly. But it's Chris Collinsworth, 94 overall, middle linebacker, who is 6'5", 95 speed, 93 acceleration. The pass rush really isn't great, but the man and zone are phenomenal. Like from a stats standpoint, he's damn near like A, maybe even S from a stats standpoint. Don't know if that's crazy, but the thing on him is, once again, no discounts. But I mean, lurk artist for 1 on him. He's probably the best 1 AP lurk artist player in the game, in my opinion. For me, top end of this D tier. I just have to take the value of 0 AP lurk artist over just 1 AP lurk artist. So yeah, I mean, like the card, think he's better from a stats standpoint than even some of the people in like B tier. Like honestly, could see him A tier if he just got 0 AP lurk artist. This right here is a kind of funny one. So 95 overall Roquan Smith. They did the 95 team of the year cards also a little bit dirty. 94 speed, 93 acceleration. They still gave him like bare minimum man and zone, which I just think is crazy. +2 overall from his 93. His 93 has 92 speed, and again, same like weaknesses of like man and zone. So the thing on this card though is, right, he does not get 0 AP lurk artist. You know what his other card got? His 0 chill card actually did get a discount. He got guess what? 0 AP lurk artist. So for me, in my opinion, I think this Roquan Smith is better than the 95, 100%. I mean, you're missing a little bit of speed, but like, I'd rather run this Roquan than this one. How is a 95 Roquan worse than a 93? Well, I mean, speed to speed. I'd rather have the ability than 2 speed. I'm so serious. And now for the rest of the video, we got 96 pluses. The first one we got is Isaiah Simmons. So this is where we need to talk about user versus coverage player. User is obviously the person you control. A coverage player is someone that the AI controls. We talk about Isaiah Simmons, 6'4", 97 speed, 93 acceleration, great pass rush across the board, great block shed, great impact blocking, man and zone, both over 90 as well. So from a stat standpoint, you would think he could do both. Also has play ball and air aggressive, which is kind of rare for linebackers. Now we talk about abilities. So X factors, he can get lurk artist for 0. Wouldn't recommend this because you would have to wait 9 plays for it to turn on. Bottleneck, avalanche, I don't love them. I think the universal coverages are a little bit like better, or also the D-line abilities. So we talk about abilities. If he would have got lurk artist mid zone comboed for 1 AP, would have been like a god, but he still is a god because he's a 0 AP lurk artist player. He is a top 1 or 2 user in the game. I think it's him and Bo Jackson, outside linebacker, 2 best users in the game. For me, Isaiah Simmons is going to be S tier because, again, I think he is potentially the best user in the game. And now right after that, we get Eric Kendricks with 95 speed, 95 acceleration. He's 6 foot and he has a good zone coverage of 93. This time, play ball and air balance. And for his abilities this time, he does go ahead and get lurk artist for 0. And again, like if he would have got the mid zone in this bucket, we're looking at someone that could potentially be S tier. Again, he's a lurk artist for 0 player, decent speed, not like the best height or anything. I think Eric Kendricks for me, am I crazy for wanting to put him right here? I mean, I'd rather run Gronk and Hallie over him. And after that, we get another weekly wild card. We get Deion Jones. So Deion Jones is 6'1", 96 speed, 94 acceleration, really good physical stats, even decent finesse moves as well. So this is someone that, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, could play like a defensive end style of role for you. You'd have to sub him in, of course, but I'm just saying he could. The block shed isn't great, but the impact blocking is, and has great zone coverage, not really too much of a man defender. This time also play ball and air aggressive, again, pretty rare for a linebacker. Now we'll look at his abilities. Okay, let's take a look. So can get lurk artist for 0 and also unfakeable. So unfakeable is actually really solid in this game. It's not secure tackler, but you just won't get faked out by the jukes, right? So I think that is pretty valuable. And in my opinion, I think this is probably the most slept on middle linebacker we're going to cover. I think he for sure makes this A tier, like relatively easily. Like he is, man, as a coverage player, I'd put him right here just because, again, he can get like that unfakeable, which I do think is valuable. And after that, we get Derek Carr. So Derek Carr, 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'3", so decent height, good block shed, the zone. The zone doesn't hit 90, but I mean, does he make up from it from an ability standpoint? So X factor right here, reinforcement can kind of beat every single KO in the game. If you did want to use that, again, would I recommend it? I don't think so. I really don't think you need that. Shutdown, I really wouldn't run on him either, or just regular abilities. Okay, mid zone KO for 1, lurk artist for 0, and also strip specialist for 0. So the strip specialist I don't think is crazy, but mid zone lurk artist comboed, that's really what I'm looking for a linebacker right now. Makes the S tier for sure. I really do. I think he's a very good linebacker in the game. And right after that, we get Combine Patrick Willis with 96 speed, 96 acceleration, great agility, great change direction, even a beastly pass rusher as well. He has 96 zone coverage this time, so obviously not the best man coverage, but when we look at his abilities this time, he can go ahead for X factor, get Colossus, again Colossus, so you could, or dual threat as well. You could treat him like a pass rusher, and he could be someone that occasionally drops into his zone. You could totally do that. Also right here, just for base abilities, you can go ahead and get lurk artist and mid zone for 1 AP, which I think is just, again, fantastic value for me. Patrick Willis, one of the best AI coverage players in the game. I will say I like Tremaine Edmonds more than him, but also like him more than Derek Carr, so he's going to be right here for me. And after that, we get Luke Kuechly, 6'3", 96 speed, 96 acceleration, even a decent pass rusher. Once again, block shed, impact blocking, zone coverage all look great, and he once again has play ball and air aggressive, which is pretty valuable. We look at the card, right? Like no discount X factor or anything, but abilities, gets a lurk artist for 0, and I mean deep end just really doesn't do anything. Like this was a mid zone, I put him S, but in my opinion, man, just think he's a 0 AP lurk artist linebacker. I think he'll play good. I just think he's more like A tier than anything, and I'd probably put him like coverage player right here, user right here. Just again, like Gronk would be like right here as a user, or right here. You could argue either which way. And finally, right here, we got Fred Warner. So I know a lot of people were talking about, oh, only 95 speed. I'll tell you why I don't think that matters, but 97 acceleration. He's 6'3", 230, great block shed, the impact blocking a little bit lower, but great zone coverage as well. And this time he has play ball and air aggressive. Let's talk about the abilities. Now, X Factor doesn't get anything, but just base abilities, gets lurk artist, mid zone for 0 AP. That is the best stack in the game for a linebacker, the best one. I think there is a must-have player from the linebacker position, for me, it's Fred Warner. And this also makes me do something that I don't want to do, but we kind of have to do. So if you don't get 0 AP lurker artists for me, you're no longer making the list. Besides this guy that, what's called Riku, that boosts the entire team, Fred Warner, mid-zone lurker artist for 0 AP. He is a step above, I think, every other linebacker in the game. I would say he's a top 5 to 3 card in the game. Like, I think he's just insane. And the whole thing I was talking about was speed, right? I think speed might be, I don't want to say the most overrated thing in this game, but we're talking about potentially 95 speed in the box, playing a flat or playing a hook or playing middle of the field, right? Gets the best AP value possible, okay? And with that, it just frees up so much other AP where maybe now you get another potential D-line X factor, which that's what it did for me. Like paying 1 AP for Warren Sapp on Sapp Force. I think he's just so valuable, man. I think he is the new S tier linebacker. The hardest one I will say of this list is Chuck Howley. I kind of want to put him right here, but again, I just don't like right now. The universal for 1 is not bad. Like, I don't know. I'm very conflicted on where to have him. Like, you could even say he's right here with the universal, which might be crazy. If he doesn't, if you don't have universal, he's right here. If you have universal, he's right here. That's my thoughts on Chuck Howley. Now, also right here, I'm going to move up Isaiah Simmons, and you know what? I'll move Chuck Howley up as well. And the whole reason for that is, right, Isaiah Simmons can still be argued the best user, so that's why he's here for me. Yeah, boys, I hope y'all did enjoy the video, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay updated with the best cards in Madden 24. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, want to watch me use some of these cards live, make sure to hit that noti bell on YouTube as well. I stream here and on Twitch Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to watch on the Twitch side of things, make sure to check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here because I rank the best value cards in Madden 24.